Governor's wife, Mrs. Soludo, calls on parents, guardians to take decisive actions against rising cases of moral decay. Abagana Youth Association hosts award ceremony for Best Igbo Students. Activists charge Minister of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy, Hanatsu Musawa, to Abuja Federal High Court. Building fire kills 73 people in Johannesburg, South Africa. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Anambra State Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonya Soludo, says parents, guardians, and the entire society need to quickly wake up in the face of rising moral decay and abandonment of basic norms. Mrs. Soludo, who stated this in Oka while reacting to the death of an infant who was rescued from a pit toilet in Otuocha, Anambra East, 3 days after his 20-year-old mother delivered and dumped him there. The baby, who was rescued and immediately rushed to Chukwemeka Odumegwu Juku University Teaching Hospital Oka by the Anambra State Commissioner for Women and Children Affairs, died while receiving medical attention. Attending to the incident, Mrs. Soludo described it as inhumane and distorting, noting that as a mother, she feels the pain of having to deal with such news, which brings shock and deep discomfort. The governor's wife was stating that she was in prayer for full recovery of the baby boy. Immediately, it was confirmed that he had been taken to hospital and was looking forward to visiting him, said that the sudden news of his passing away shook her heart. The governor's wife blamed some parents and guardians whom she said have abandoned their primary responsibility to home and proper child upbringing, explaining that moral deterioration had thrived basically because those who were entrusted the sensitivity task have failed in their duties. Mrs. Soludo further stated that the whole society must rise up immediately and take decisive actions if the spate of current moral decline would be cut down, while individuals and institutions entrusted with job of societal sanity have to show renewed zeal and commitment to the occupation. She restated her calls for parents to teach their children more about culture, tradition, fear of God, and common values like the sanity or sanctity of life, the value of patience, self-confidence or self-control, hard work, perseverance, among others. As part of efforts to save Igbo language for extinction, Abagana Youth Association Lagos branch has honored best students in Igbo language. The award ceremony held at Abagana Civic Center is the first of its kind in the community. It drew all the best students in Igbo language from all the public secondary schools and primary schools in the community. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzo Okoye has status.
The award, initiated by Abagana Youth Association Lagos branch, was sponsored by Chief Chibuzo Ibaka with the aim to promote speaking, writing, and learning of Igbo language while making the children proud of the Igbo language. Declaring the event open, the chairman on the occasion, High Chief Emeka Ibaka, said investing in education is the greatest thing one can do for others because education is the bedrock of any progressive society. He lamented that it's disheartening that many Igbo do not know how to speak his language and asked parents and guardians to make it a point of duty to make the language the first thing they teach their children and work. The chairman of Abagana Youth Association Lagos branch, Sir Peter Ibaka, explained that the association is poised to close any gap that their community is lagging, in which is why they are investing heavily in annual sports competition in the community and have set up different endowments in education. Sir Peter said the association deemed the award necessary because it is a way to encouraging those who performed excellently in the subject and use it to change the notion that Igbo language is not important. He frowned at teachers who prohibit their students from speaking Igbo language and urged them to look at other cultures to see how they promote their language, and even foreigners who are making painstaking efforts to learn Igbo language.
As the English language as a measure for literacy, as literacy can ability to read and write.
In a goodwill message, a stakeholder from the community, who is the National Auditor of People's Democratic Party, Saben Obi Okechukwu, said there is need to encourage people to speak Igbo language and described as unacceptable the practice of punishing students because they speak Igbo language.
We need to encourage people to speak Igbo language because the thing is virtually just fading away. You find out that it's only in Igbo race that you find people, parents that are both Igbos, but their children cannot speak Igbo language, and they encourage them to speak English, thinking that it's a status symbol.
A teacher, Mrs. Irene Ikenohulu, commended the award initiative and said that it will motivate the pupils to put more interest in learning and speaking the language. In their separate speeches, two awardees, Chinaza Onwebusi and Happiness Obata, thanked their benefactor, Chief Chibuzo Iwaka, and promised that they will join in the vanguard for the promotion of Igbo language and culture. The best students in Igbo language from the secondary school went home with the cash award of 30,000 naira each and other gift items, while those from primary school went home with 25,000 naira each and other prizes. From Abagna Civic Center, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Asphalting will soon commence on the 1.8 kilometers Awada Ugwaba Ubosi Road, a project awarded by Governor Chukwuma Soludo. Works correspondent Ngozi Obileri monitored pace of work on the road and now report.
The Awada Ugwaba Ubosi Road is divided into 4 phases. The road 1 is directly at the back of Army Barracks. Road 2 cuts across Orifite Ukebu Street, Awada. Road 3 is Ebena Tombuko Obosi axis, while the Road 4 is St. Peter Catholic Church, Ugwabo Obosi. Having constructed drainages on the Roads 2 and 3, MBHH Company Limited, the firm handling the project, has completed earthwork on Road 1, applied stone base, and will soon commence asphalting of the road. Speaking to the ABS, the project supervisor, Engineer Nagi Aridi, said they would have completed asphalt on Road 1, but because of the heavy rains. Mr. Aridi explained that as soon as the weather is friendly, they will combine both asphalt on Road 1 and earthwork on Road 2. He thanked Anambra State government for releasing all necessary requirements to ensure continuation of the project and the Awada Ugwaba community for their cooperation, which he said has aided them so far.
Right now we are at Road 1 at Obosi Awada project. So this one is Rombonet. So the total length of the road is 1.8 kilometers. So now we are standing at almost challenge 300. So far we've done stone base. We've done, you can see, we've done the drain. We at this place we are done with almost all the earthwork. So we are ready for priming and surface dressing. So now just we are waiting for the weather to give us a small chance. Now we are at the middle of the raining season. We want the weather to just give us a chance. We'll do the priming and we are ready for asphalting. Anambra State is helping. Commissioner, Governor, all the people, they are supporting, even the community. Really, the community is a supportive community. They are helping us. So we are looking to finish the project to deliver a good job.
From the Road 1 axis of Awada Ugwabo Obosi Road project, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
The police in Ogidi, Anambra State have busted a 4-man burglary gang that targets commercial shop across the state. Acting on the tip-off received on 30th August 2023, the police stormed the hideout of the gang and cordoned it off to prevent escape of any of the gang members. 4 suspects, all of them from Ebonyi State, were arrested, while the following items were recovered from them: 2 ladies' motorcycles, 2 big generators, 1 wheelbarrow, 1 deep freezer, 3 bags of rice, and 2 large iron cutters. On interrogation, suspects confessed to have broken into a store at Nanka in Orumba North Local Government Area, Anambra State, to steal the recovered items. The Commissioner of Police, CP Aderemi Adeoye, who commended the newly posted DPO in Ogidi, CSP Uche Oyinaya, for hitting the ground running, have earlier arrested and recovered a Beretta pistol from a cultist, asked the personnel not to relent in their pursuit of criminal elements. He directed that the investigation be extended to Nanka to locate owner of the store and motor licensing office for record of owners of the motorcycles with a view to returning the recovered items to the rightful owners on bond, while suspects are to be arraigned in a court as soon as investigation is concluded. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has urged affluents in the Anambra to join in the present effort to ensure economic stability in the state. Governor Soludo made the call in Oka during the 75th birthday celebration of the chairman of Hadis and Bomadis Limited, Chief Chike Obudibo. Correspondent Ngozi Obileri has details.
Represented by his press secretary, Mr. Christian Aburime, Governor Soludo said he likes to identify with people who have contributed so much for the growth of the state through philanthropy and employment. Governor Soludo, who wished him a happy birthday, praised Chief Obidibo for using his wealth and resources for the development of the youth of the state, urging him not to relent, even as he charged others to emulate him.
On behalf of Mr. Governor, to felicitate with him and to wish him many more years of celebration in good health, so wishing him long life. Because he's a man who has been a worthy son of this state, an industrialist, a philanthropist, a man who does not only care about himself, but he cares for the general good of everybody. He has done so many philanthropic things, and we are very proud of him.
Earlier in a service to usher in the celebration, the Archbishop Province of the Niger and Bishop of Oka Anglican Diocese, Most Reverend Alexander Ibezim, prayed for long life in good health upon the celebrant, praying God to guide, protect, and preserve his children. The traditional ruler of Umueri in Anambra East Council area, Igwe Benneth Emeka, said he identified with the celebrant because of his contributions to the growth of Omabala region and beyond, praying God to bless him the more. In a kola nut ritual, the chairman on occasion and the renowned Nollywood actor, Chief Pete Edoche, explained that Chief Obidibo, who has been a friend of the Edochies, is a man with heart of gold, praying for long life upon him.
For over 40 years. When I see Chuku, Didiko Shishoma, Shivana, Yinikama, Yabuzo. When I saw a young gentleman, I again across the
in their various species, the chairman organizing committee of the event and the renowned broadcaster, Comrade Tony Edoche, and the friend of the celebrant, Chief Chris Okonkwo, thanked God that the celebrant is strong and healthy, saying that they lack words to describe the great philanthropist. The first daughter of the celebrant, Barrister Chinelo Obiobolu, described her father as a great man and a man of the people, one who feels the heartbeat of the downtrodden, and a philanthropist with exception.
I wish my father all the best in life. I'm grateful to God that he is my father. I pray that God continues to bless him, guide him, protect him, and give him the wisdom to continue to be a father and a grandfather to me and my nephews.
The celebrant, Chief Obidibo, popularly called Osisioma, appreciated his family, friends, and associates for identifying with him, and said that the encomium spurred on him would spur him to do more.
I want to say thank you. Thank you, and thank you, and God bless you. Anambra State will be richer than Nigeria, because everything that makes a people great in Anambra, A to Z,
the Bishop of Oka Catholic Diocese, Most Reverend Polinus Ezokafo, the member representing Oyi constituency at the State House of Assembly, Honorable Innocent Ojike, were present at the event, where Chief Chekwas Okorie led the toast for a long life for the celebration, and rendition from the celebrant's Enugu family choir featured. The event also featured cutting of birthday cake and presentation of a book on Chief Chike Obidibo. In Oka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
On national matters, the Minister of Art, Culture and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, has been dragged before an Abuja Federal High Court over her appointment into President Bola Tinubu's cabinet. Some activists faulted Musawa's appointment as a minister whilst still undergoing the National Youth Service Corps NYSC scheme. The activists who initiated the suit include Deji Adeyanju of Concerned Nigerians and Patrick Eholo. Both activists describe Musawa's ministerial appointment as illegal. Recently, some Nigerians criticized Musawa over her appointment as a federal minister while observing the mandatory NYSC. On the foreign scene, at least 73 people have died, including 7 children, in a Johannesburg building fire, while more than 50 others were injured. Officials said it is unclear what sparked the blaze at the city center 5-story building, which had been abandoned but was being occupied by homeless people. The city of Johannesburg confirmed in a news conference that it owned the building but said cartel has taken it over. A spokesman for the emergency services, Mr. Robert Mulanzi, told the reporters that firefighters had been able to bring out some of the occupants. He said the fire had gutted the building and that the search for other victims was continuing. In sport, Super Eagles striker Kelechi Iheanacho is keen to move to Crystal Palace despite the club falling short of Leicester City's £18 million valuation for the Nigerian. Report states that the Forces has been a busy side this summer transfer window and that it is likely to continue as the 11 p.m. deadline on Friday gets over closer. Leicester has so far brought in 7 new players under new manager Enzo Mirasca as the club bids to seal in instant return to Premier League. The Forces did lose James Maddison and Harvey Bennett earlier in the window, but it could be argued that Leicester haven't been as badly affected by relegation as said Southampton and Leeds United have been. However, there may still be a new departures on the card at the King's Power Stadium, and one could be striker Kelechi Iheanacho. The 26-year-old had been at Leicester since 2017 when he joined from Manchester City. The remains of the late Senator Clement Oko have been interred at Marian Chapel of Divine Mercy at his country home in Ojoto, Idemili South local government area of Anambra State. Born on the 23rd May 1960, the late Senator Annie Okonkwo, with the traditional title of Agunne Chamber Ojoto, represented Anambra Center or Central in the 6th National Assembly from 2007 to 2011. He served in many Senate committees, including upstream petroleum sector, police affairs, agriculture and environment. Correspondent Joseph Ibocha has details.
A pontifical holy mass at St. Paul's Catholic Church, Ojoto, in honor of the deceased, was presided over by the Archbishop of Onitsha Archdiocese, Most Reverend Dr. Valerian Okeke, and had former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, members of the National and State Assemblies, among numerous others in attendance. In his sermon, the Chancellor of the Archdiocese, Very Reverend Father Prudentus Alo, who spoke on "It is well with my soul," said the funeral mass offered yet another opportunity to thank God for what he used the deceased to do for humanity and to pray God to look upon him with the eyes of mercy. He described the late Senator Okonkwo as an inestimable treasure God gave to Ojoto community, Anambra State and Nigeria in general, adding that his exercise of firm belief in the word of God is worthy of emulation.
The first thing we do when we gather as Christian community in a funeral ceremony is that we use the opportunity to thank God for the gift of the deceased. We have gathered to ask God to look on him with eyes of mercy.
Consoling the bereaved family, the immediate past senator that represented Anambra Central, Mrs. Uche Ekunive, said the late Senator Okonkwo was a great friend and a fine legislator who left legacies of hope, love, and investment in humanity. On behalf of traditional rulers in Anambra Central District, Igwe Joel Egwonwu of Umuawolo in Oka South local government area said the deceased was humble to a fault and took people's problem as his own. calling on political office holders to emulate his selfless service, expressing gratitude on behalf of Okonkwo's family, son of the deceased and member representing Idemili North and South Federal Constituency. Honorable Uche Okonkwo described his late father as one whose attributes and goodwill among his people and friends can never be replicated. He thanked all that gathered to mourn the death of the late Senator Okonkwo, assuring that his legacy shall remain evergreen.
We are always invited to the Basilica for lunch with drinks, and he always welcomes those who dearly. The last Christmas 2022, myself and my father attended together. Unknowingly, it was within us to be the last that we will attend such beautiful thoughts together. My father had goodwill. This goodwill is something that cannot be replicated, it cannot be bought, it cannot be exchanged for nothing. So I urge everyone else to walk in the same path of him.
Condolence visits by political and business associates, friends and well-wishers, too numerous to mention, featured at the funeral ceremony. From Ojoto in Idemili South local government area, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
May the soul of Senator Annie Okonkwo and the souls of all the faithful departed rest in peace. Amen. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. On Twitter at ABS Radio TV. On Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again, Governor's wife, Mrs. Soludo, has called on parents and guardians to take decisive actions against rising cases of moral decay. Abagana Youth Association has held award ceremony for best Igbo students. Activists have charged Minister for Art, Culture and Creative Economy Hannatu Musa to Abuja Federal High Court. Building fire had killed 73 people in Johannesburg, South Africa. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for being there. My name is Chinyere Ikioreke. Good night.